Dawgs podcast with your hosts, Blake Reneker, Justin Charles, John Nye, and Josh All.
What's up, Browns fans? Welcome back to another episode of the Dawgs podcast presented by Omaha Steaks. It's almost Christmas, guys. We've got like a little over a week, so you got time to get those Omaha steak orders in now so that way they arrive in time. Ship them to your family wherever they are. That's what I did last week before I left on vacation. Just ordered a whole bunch of Omaha steaks, sent them to everybody in the family, and they've already arrived, so they got their Christmas presents early, but you still got time. Get them in. Promo code DAWGS. Get $30 off your order plus 50% off site-wide. So Josh all alone with you on a Saturday night as I just got home from Disney World. I'm tired, super tired, and spent the last 5 days touting around a 3-year-old, and I am ready for a solid night's sleep. But before I do that, I wanted to sit down and just talk about the Bears game tomorrow, because we obviously didn't do the preview episode this week because I was not around, and just wanted to drop some thoughts here on that. A lot of stuff happened this week. I think before I dive into it all, we'll just, remind you guys, check us out on the socials, follow us on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. If I sound super tired right now, it's because I am. And then just make sure if you guys are watching this video, unfortunately, I'm not doing a video. Video did not have the time to set up the home studio to record tonight real quick after we got back, but just want to do a voice episode real quick to let you guys know what's going on with the Browns. So if you are watching, listening to this on YouTube, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. So I think before I dive too much into the game, which just to kind of preview what I'm seeing for tomorrow, the Cleveland weather looks sloppy. Looks like this is going to be your typical mid-December Cleveland Browns football game. It's going to be Browns and Bears. I think I was seeing it was like 80% chance of rain. I think it's going to be a sloppy game. But the big news this week was all the injuries. I feel like I went on vacation, I left, and I just started getting bombarded with the notifications of all the new injuries for the Browns, which I was a little shocked, to be honest with you. And you would say, Josh, why are you shocked at this point in the season with the injuries? I was shocked because I didn't realize we had that many guys left to be injured. So the big one for me, defensive tackle Maurice Hurst, one of our, favorite preseason, offseason signings, one of the most underrated guys that I thought the Browns signed that I felt was going to have a big impact, and he has had a big impact this year. He's out. He's on IR, done for the season, torn pec muscle, and so far this season it's been the offense just absolutely obliterated by, I can't even use my words right, injuries. And now here we go. The defense is starting to get hit as well. So Maurice Hurst gone, done for the season. Grant Delpit placed on IR. He is out. Let's see. Who else did we lose this week? Oh, that's right. Ethan Posick will not be playing in the game, and neither will DeJuan Jones. The Browns, again, on defense, taking a hit. So there's Maurice Hurst, Grant Delpit out, and edge rusher Obo Okoronkwo is also out for this game and probably out for the rest of the season. Last I checked, as far as I'm seeing right here, they have not put him on IR yet and ruled him out, but it looks like he's got a pec injury as well. I think he's done for the year, or will be. So the defense is rough. Juan Thornhill with his calf injury, he's out tomorrow. And let's see, where is Denzel Ward? Looks like going into this game, he is officially listed as questionable. I don't have high hopes for him playing. It'd be great if he did. We could really use him. But this team is going to be so... Oh, and also Jordan Elliott with the concussion is questionable for tomorrow. So, hey, this is great. Our defense is the one unit that has remained relatively healthy for the most part as far as key injuries to key positions. But here we go. Now they're starting to pile up. And I feel like it started with the Rodney McLeod going on IR. Was that like 6 weeks ago or something at this point already? But that was a huge one. Losing him has had a trickle-down effect on our secondary. We felt it with the thin depth that we now have at safety, with McLeod being out, Thornhill not being able to play most of these weeks, which has been an absolute bummer, and now Grant Delpit going out. So our boy D'Anthony Bell is going to have to step up this week. Ronnie Hickman, our guy from Ohio State, these young safeties are going to have to come in and really hold their own. And, you know, the good news is I think that tomorrow's forecast and game projection kind of plays to their strengths, plays to the strengths of the defense. If it's a wet, windy, rainy game, you know, Justin Fields can make a lot of things happen with his legs. Outside of Lamar Jackson, he might be the most prolific rushing quarterback in the league. And that's something the Browns have really struggled against this season, are mobile quarterbacks, guys who can get out and move and kind of beat you in space. But if the passing game is limited for both sides, but especially for the Bears, and, you know, if you look at their skill position players, they have next to nothing. They have DJ Moore, who's probably one of the most talented wide receivers in the league, but outside of him, and, you know, they got a nice tight end with Cole Kmet, but on offense, they don't have a whole lot to talk about. Their running back situation is just kind of a rotation of guys. Yes, they can beat you, you know, if they get the right matchup, but I don't think the Browns are the right matchup for the Bears running backs. I think we'll be able to limit what they can do on the ground and then force Justin Fields to, you know, beat us with his arm, which he's been much better this season. He, as a passer, he has really come along. He's developed as the year has gone on. The last time the Browns faced the Bears in 2021, Myles Garrett had, 5 sacks against Justin Fields. It was a terrible game for the Bears, but he was also a rookie. And his tendency to hold the ball too long is still very much an issue for him, but he is better at, you know, managing his way in the pocket, getting out, creating space, making plays on the move. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. I do fully expect the Browns, despite all the injuries, despite everything that's going against us right now, I do expect the Browns to win this game. This episode is brought to you by Omaha Steaks. Browns fans, you've heard me talking about Omaha Steaks for like 3 years now. And seriously, the only reason that I keep doing it is because I love Omaha Steaks. That's the reason I reached out to Omaha Steaks to establish a partnership in the first place. This food is absolutely extraordinary. It comes at a really, really great price. I mean, think about the price you're paying for meats and all kinds of foods right now. The price you pay for the quality you get at Omaha Steaks cannot be matched, beat, anything, anywhere. And this holiday season, Omaha Steaks is the absolute perfect gift to get all the loved ones in your life. For me, it just makes Christmas shopping and getting people gifts that much easier. What do you get for people that, one, you don't really know what they want, you don't really know what they need, and they pretty much have everything they need anyway? People can always use meat. They can always use food. Get them Omaha Steaks gift packs. They throw it in the freezer, and it's the gift that just keeps on giving. Go to omahasteaks.com and save 50% off site-wide. Plus, when you use our promo code DAWGS, DAWGS, when you check out, you get an additional $30 off your order. Send the loved ones in your life the tender, juicy butcher's cut filet mignons, the mouth-watering burgers, the gourmet jumbo franks, or even those easy-to-prepare meals that are ready in a flash. So get this offer now while it lasts this holiday season. Omaha Steaks is ready to ship your order right away. So visit omahasteaks.com. Take advantage of 50% off site-wide, plus use promo code DAWGS, DAWGS, when you check out to get that extra $30 off your order. Happy holidays, everybody, and Merry Christmas. Minimum order may be required. Now for, you know, all the people that every week want to scream and pound the table, run the ball. Well, tomorrow's going to be interesting to watch how it plays out, because if the weather is the way it's projected to be, if the passing game is limited because of that, you're going to be forced to move more on the ground. But the Chicago Bears actually have, now they're not the best team in the world by any stretch of the imagination. These guys are 5-8 coming into this. But that's a recent 5-8. For a long time this season, it was really thought that they were just going to have, you know, the number 1 and number 2 picks in the draft, because they got Carolina's pick, which is a lock-in number 1 because they're horrible. And the Bears look like, well, this could potentially be the 2 pick or 3. But, you know, they've been winning some games lately. They just beat the Lions last week, which the Lions are a playoff team, really good team. So the Bears are not a team to be underestimated. I really think that with their lack of any sort of offensive threats, I guess you could call it, outside of Justin Fields and his legs, if you can just shut down DJ Moore, which, again, he's one of the best receivers in the league, so he's not a guy that's easily shut down. But Martin Emerson and Greg Newsome have shown that they can play very, very well, in these kind of spots. So I think we can limit him. There's not a whole lot of other options for Fields to go to. Defensively, the Bears are the let me pull it up here. Number 2 defense currently against the run. So if the Browns are forced to run the ball with Jerome Ford, Kareem Hunt, and I would say Pierre Strong, but there's no point because we won't use him. I think it's going to be a very slow grind, low scoring game, because we have seen time and time again, over and over this season, while Jerome Ford is a good enough running back, he's not a lead running back material kind of guy. We like him. We liked him coming out of college, but unfortunately his game just has not translated the way we were hoping it would to the NFL. And his hesitancy behind the line of scrimmage, his lack of ability to find the hole, make a cut, and get upfield, north and south. He dances behind the line too much. You guys that all the fans that want to scream about run the ball, and want to use just an overall yards per carry thing, I've been harping on it every week this year. You can't just say, well, Jerome Ford averaged 4.7 yards per carry this game. Why didn't we just run him more? Well, usually what it is if you take out one, really, really long run by him where he broke one off, take out like a 26-yard run, he averages like 2 yards a carry. It's not good. Some games he's down in the ones. If you watch the game and you really pay attention, you see and you feel it. The Browns are behind the sticks more often than not when they run the ball on first down because he's getting stuffed at the line of scrimmage. And that's what could very well happen in a rainy, sloppy ground game against a very good rush defense in the Chicago Bears tomorrow. So temper your expectations for the run game. Prepare for a little frustration on that front, which if you've been watching Browns games recently, you've felt the frustration with the run game. It is a real thing. Let's see, passing though, and this is where I wish the forecast looked better because, of course, the Browns are the number 1 passing defense in the league, only giving up 160 yards a game. The Chicago Bears are down in the bottom third. They give up 230 points or passing yards per game. So this would be another great spot where Joe Flacco could come out and just absolutely cook a defense, 250 plus yards, probably a couple touchdowns. I would say hopefully no turnovers in this game, but for our offense, I would say if we could only turn the ball over twice, just don't turn the ball over more than twice, because that's when things start to really get out of hand and we put ourselves in a hole that our defense can't climb out of. And I know that sounds silly to say, and I almost say it jokingly, like, oh, let's just stick to 2 turnovers. But in all seriousness, guys, could we just stick to 2 turnovers? I'm done saying don't turn the ball over at all. That's not going to happen. I'm done saying, well, maybe we can only turn the ball over one. This team loves to turn the ball over in bunches. Once again, currently leading the league in totals giveaways, 27 total, 15 picks on the year, 12 fumbles. And if it's a rainy game tomorrow, you can bet your money that this team is going to fumble the football. There's going to be a sloppy handoff. There's going to be a botched toss pitch, something. It's going to happen. It's probably going to happen in the most inopportune spot on the field. Just be ready for it. It's been the story all year. There's no reason to expect it to change now. So I'm mentally prepared for it. I want you guys to be mentally prepared for it. The turnovers are coming. We might even turn the ball over 4 times tomorrow with the weather conditions. But as long as the Bears turn the ball over too, which is very possible, I think we're going to be okay in the end. The absolute number 1 thing that the Browns have going for them tomorrow is we're playing at home. As we talked about last week, the defense is a night and day difference between home and away. It is like bottom of the league in most statistical categories when we are away. and it's top of the league in those same statistical categories when we're at home. It's crazy. I'm not really sure how that's possible, but it is. And it's a reality. And the reality tomorrow is we are at home. So we get to enjoy those top of the league statistics, hopefully. Tomorrow from our defense, Myles Garrett's still ready to go. You know, like I said earlier, we still have our guys in Emerson and Newsome. And while the safety depth is going to be very shoddy tomorrow, we'll see what these younger guys can do. But Anthony Walker will be out there. We'll have JOK. We'll have our guy. Well, you know, Tomlinson's still on that line. Zadarius is still on that line. You know, Jordan Elliott's not going to be in there, like I said earlier. But maybe we see Siaki Ika for, I think, the first time this season. I'm not sure if he's actually played any snaps this year. I'd have to actually pull that up and look at it. But either way, we haven't seen anything meaningful out of him. Maybe we see it tomorrow. And never underestimate what Shelby Harris can do on the defense. It's interesting that Shelby Harris has not been talked about more this year, considering what a big signing everybody thought that was gonna be when it happened in the preseason. But you know, that just shows you the depth of the Browns defensive line that they've built, and that was intentional. That was intentional from Jim Schwartz telling Andrew Berry, this is what I need to run my defense. These are the types of players I need. This is the depth I need because I know how I'm going to use these guys. And, you know, say what you want about the injuries and the depth in other positions, but that defensive line now being out Jordan Elliott and Obo, and we're still okay. We're still looking good for that. So generate pressure on Justin Fields. He is prone to holding the ball way too long and then making bad decisions whenever you get in his face. And I think that could be the key for tomorrow's game. I just fully anticipate the Browns to shut down their run game. But at the same time, I anticipate the Bears to pretty much shut down our run game. I don't think there's going to be a lot of movement on the ground. I think it's going to be, like I said, a slow grind. I think Joe Flacco he's a big, strong quarterback. You know, he's got the big hands. He can grip the ball, all that stuff. So even if it is, you know, a slippery, wet game, I think that he can still sling it. I think that as long as our receivers don't drop too many passes, we'll be able to move the ball, maybe, you know, get into field goal range enough. I think we'll be okay. I think, you know, the passing game with David Njoku's really coming to life. That connection between Flacco and Njoku looks magnificent so far. And very encouraging. And if things break the right way and the clouds part and the rain doesn't come tomorrow and we get a good weather game, I think that the Browns could absolutely have the potential to torch the Bears through the air, because Joe Flacco looks really, really good. And it's encouraging for the rest of the season, because I saw Tony Grossi post on Twitter, no matter what happens, if the Browns win, lose, or draw tomorrow, we will remain the 5 seed and the number 1 wild card spot after this week. So this is not a must-win game. Obviously, you want to win this game because it's winnable. 2, it's at home. And 3, you just want to make sure you pad yourself as much as possible. We don't know for sure if CJ Stroud's going to be cleared from his concussion to play against the Browns next week, but the Texans might be should be a tough matchup. That's away, so our defense probably won't travel well. And then, you know, we've got a few games to finish up the season here, winnable games. The Browns are in control of their own destiny, which if you told me that would be the case, and then you showed me the list of injuries before the season, I would say there's absolutely zero chance that's possible. The IR list for the Browns right now, if you scroll through, Nick Chubb, Jack Conklin, Dawson Deaton, Grant Delpit, Jakeem Grant, Maurice Hurst, DeJuan Jones, Rodney McLeod, Jacob Phillips, Deshaun Watson, and Jedrick Wills. Well, that's the other one. Jedrick Wills is out for the season. I forgot to mention that. So he was placed on IR, you know, however many weeks ago that was, and now he's got to have season-ending surgery. He's done. So the Browns are rolling out, you know, basically a third-string left tackle, a third-string right tackle, and a backup center tomorrow. So the offensive line, and that's also going to play into why I don't think the Browns are going to run the ball very well. The offensive line is beat up and just not going to be good. The Bears are going to take away the run, just like we've seen the other defenses do. And our run game isn't good to begin with. Even with a fully healthy offensive line, our run game was not all that great this year anyway. And I just expect it to be slow going on the ground tomorrow. But with all that being said, and now my voice is shot and I need to go to bed, I do expect the Browns to win this game. I expect the Browns to win. I don't have like a very strong or bold score prediction, I think it could probably be something along the lines of like a 17-6 kind of game, maybe 20-6, 20 to, I don't know, 20-10, something like that. I don't think it's going to be super high scoring. I don't foresee the Bears generating a whole ton of points on the Browns defense at home. And that's how I think this week 15 matchup is going to go. So again, the other guys tonight, they were all busy. It's late Saturday night. So just wanted to put something together, get you guys a quick preview before the game tomorrow. And we'll be back on a normal schedule next week following this. Hopefully doing a victory Monday on Monday for the Bears win. And hope you guys all have a really great weekend. Enjoy the game. If you guys want to jump in the Discord tomorrow, I will be watching. If you join, do the free trial or whatever you guys want to do in the morning, and it comes through, I'll get the email and I'll make sure you guys are in Discord to hang out with everybody, the whole community during the game. It's a ton of fun. Get in there, check it out. And again, do the free trial at jointhedawgs.com. And if you like it, cool. You guys stick around, hang out. There's a lot of great content in there. We're doing more and more all the time as the year goes on. And if not, then we appreciate you guys checking us out. But either way, check it out. It's a great place. Jointhedawgs.com, become a Dog Pack member. And with all of that being said, I'm going to sign off. I hope this was a decent enough preview for you guys for this game. Get it in while you can before the Browns take the field at 1 o'clock. And hopefully we will be talking to you guys on Victory Monday. Go Browns.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Dawgs Podcast. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Twitter at the Dawgs Podcast. Get your thoughts on the show at thedawgspodcast.com.